Everyone, welcome back to another amazing episode of Recipe Sunday. So as we've been doing with all other Recipe Sunday episodes, today we've got a special guest joining us for the show. I think today's episode is actually really special, or at least it's special to me. So we're also cooking somewhere extremely amazing, and that is Ismail House Cottage. Yeah, we'll show you guys some content after everything's been done. So without wasting any more time, I'll introduce today's guest. And today we've got Retha Harding joining us. Yay, Rita!
Hi!
So Rita, as some of you may know, is also a qualified dietitian. She's got a lot more experience than I do, so I learn a lot from her, and I'm really glad that we're now actually working together. So I'll hand it over to Rita for her to introduce herself. So yeah, Rita, please tell us more about you. How did you become, or rather, why did you decide to study dietetics?
Okay, thanks so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here. I've been looking forward to this all week, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not a chef myself, but I do enjoy cooking, so I'm looking forward to just making a good meal and tasting it together. So how I came about studying dietetics is I had a keen interest on sport when I was in high school. I ran cross country for KZN, so I just wanted to know more about nutrition, and I thought that would be a great opportunity to just learn more about nutrition for myself, and then obviously helping others as well in the same situation.
Okay, in case you didn't pick up on that, Rita's South African. She ran in KZN, but she decided to move here because she loves Eswatini so much. So really happy to have foreign talent joining us today. It's not even foreign anymore. Rita's Swazi.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm a citizen now.
Yeah. But you know, she's got experience. She's actually got a lot of experience. So I just discovered she's worked overseas and within South Africa as well. So she's got a lot of knowledge to share with us, and I hope you guys will learn a lot from today's episode. So Rita's also challenging me today because we are going to prepare an outdoor dish, which would be a seafood pasta. So please join us on this journey. I'm learning, you guys are learning, and we'll also just be discussing and sharing some tips around weight loss. So let's go.
Thanks.
Okay, so Rita's prepared a few things. That we've got onion and tomato and some spice mix and wine, and she's going to take us through the first step of this recipe. So what are we doing with this?
Okay, so my number one oil that I always use is extra virgin olive oil.
Okay,
Yes.
Why extra virgin olive oil?
So extra virgin olive oil is a great anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
We won't be cooking the food on a very high temperatured pot, so it's great on like a medium temperature heat.
Okay.
It's an oil that is not processed, so for me, in our family we use it a lot. I don't like my kids and my husband and myself to be using oils that are processed, so basically this is an oil that we just keep 24/7. We cook with it always, and it's a great oil to use if you can have that in your house and cook with it.
All right. Do you make that yourself? It would be really cool if you do.
No, we don't. But it must be extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
All right. It shouldn't be a blend. So you want to look for the actual label, extra virgin olive oil. That's what you're wanting. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Then we're gonna cook the onions in that. We're going to add a bit of fish spice, which is over here. We'll crush some garlic, enjoy that, good for the immune system. And then we're going to be also grating a bit of ginger, which we do grow. We'll be using this one. This is from our tunnel that we grow.
Okay.
So that's also a great anti-inflammatory, good for the immune system, and just should be in every single meal that you cook. And we're going to be making a reduction basically. So once we've cooked the onions and we've added the fish spice, we're going to be adding the tomatoes and a little bit of wine and letting that thicken up a bit in the pot, and then we'll come back and cook the spaghetti.
Okay. All right, perfect. Let's go to the fire. To the fire we go. Okay.
It's in the freezer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. This is so cool. We're doing that. I'm actually so excited for the outdoor shoot. What is this?
Oh, that's fire lighters.
But so they look like tea bags.
Yes, so we soak tea bags.
Okay, guys, I just found something very interesting at Rita's fire. So these are homemade fire lighters. So How do we make these?
Okay, so we dry our tea bags. So once we've had our tea, we leave them in the sun. And we put paraffin over them and let them soak. And once we are ready to use them, we put them in the fire and all that paraffin burns off and it's super...
So cool.
We love it because we don't end up spending money on fire lighters at all.
Talk about living sustainably. Okay.
So this fire was made with that.
Okay.
And it works better than fire lighters, honestly. Like it just brings up that heat. And yeah, that was me making a fire. I actually can't believe it worked out.
Okay.
Making fire lighters like that, I think we've saved thousands.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because we fry at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
We'll make a fire at least.
It's a lot of fires.
And in winter we have our indoor fireplace.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it actually gets pretty cold here. This spot here gets to about some evenings 10 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's
it's,
quite
we
cold.
always in winter we have a fire every night. In
You
our
wouldn't
house.
like it here in winter. He hates cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hates the cold.
Okay, so let's just let
So
that
are we
cook a
just
little
letting
bit.
it-
Yeah. we're just
Okay.
gonna let that
So we're just going to let this cook.
Just to
Rita
let
will
that-
just keep guiding us.
There you go.
This is a weird
So
recipe.
probably about 2 or 3 more minutes. and we can
Okay.
add the tomatoes.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, so whilst we wait for the onions to actually start the cooking process, Rita and I will just have a discussion around weight loss. It's actually quite, everyone sees a dietitian and then we start thinking weight loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in actual fact, guys, that's not the main reason we become dietitian. Okay, so Rita, when I actually completed my studies, which was in 2015, you were the main dietitian everyone spoke about. And everyone spoke about you in the context of weight loss.
All right. This is new to me, like I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was a weight loss dietitian.
But generally, how many years experience do you have now?
I qualified in 2004.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
So-
about 21 years now.
Yes.
That's wild.
It's long, eh?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And you know, I've actually just learned it's not only about the food, it's also about the psychological side of things. There's just such a huge element and so many angles and what you can say, like elements of actually achieving a weight loss goal.
Yeah.
It's not just about the food you're putting in your mouth, it's about starting at step 0 up to step 100. And it's about patience and actually just
definitely.
adding in all sorts of elements, sleep, exercise, your family life, how you can make it work, preparation.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And that's why people need us to help them.
That's true, that they do. But in most cases, people think weight loss is it's sort of a band-aid almost. Like they'll come to us and then we tell them do this, do that. Don't eat at this time, eat at that time. This is the food that you should be eating. But in actual fact, that's not the case.
No,
There's so much more that actually goes into weight loss that most people don't realize. So in your journey as a dietitian, what are some of the things that have come up with your patients that you find the most frustrating?
Sure, I would say, definitely. Okay, let me just.
Oh, let's do that.
Sorry.
Wait,
break.
I'll do this.
Okay,
Wait.
all right. So while you're doing that, you can add the tomatoes, Kumbu,
Okay, cool.
and then a little bit of wine as well.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Yeah. So in goes the tomatoes next.
Great.
Okay, but I wouldn't say frustrate. Wow, I got it. Alrighty. So it's just very
Challenging, maybe.
maybe
is the
not
word.
frustrating as such. Oh, but what are some of the things you wish people knew about weight loss outside of the rules? Because we live in a world where everyone thinks weight loss is about a
Yes.
set of rules.
Yeah.
We've got all these fat diets that are misleading people and a lot of the misinformation out there.
I think, like you say, a lot of people think that there's like a one fix or one-stop shop for a solution.
Is that enough?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you. That's great. And it's not just the one stop, come to a dietitian and then you're going to lose weight immediately. Yes, there are many elements and many steps to take to get to those goals, but it's a patience game. It's a long-term thing. It's something that is not going to happen overnight. It's changes you need to make, psychological changes, physical changes, and it's actually it's something that cannot happen overnight. But if you can work with the right person also and the right personality, so you find that dietitian or that person that you can work with.
Yeah.
That is also very important. Having that personality.
Yeah, personality is actually really important. You need to build a relationship with
Exactly.
the clients.
Building the relationship
Yeah.
and actually having that motion, knowing that it is going to be something you're going to be working on for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are you ever hard? This just came to mind. Are you ever hard on yourself about patients who don't hit the goals or their targets, and regardless, not just weight loss alone, but any patient that you work with? Because that was one of the challenges I had when I started in private practice. I'd really rained down on myself, and I'd feel so bad if someone didn't meet their targets, or if they disappeared on me and never came back for a review. Like, how do you deal with that?
So what I usually do is, if someone has not reached their targets, I definitely will look at all aspects as to why this is happening. Have they tried their best? Have they adhered to my advice? Have they given it all in terms of, the steps that we've put in, the targets, the goals, and all of that? And if they have done everything that we've spoken about and scientifically that we have suggested, then obviously there's always another route. So then we'll look at the next step. But if I can see that they've come and they haven't put the effort in that we've discussed, and there's other areas that need to be worked on, then we work on those areas. And but yeah, I think I have been hard on myself in terms of you can doubt yourself if your patient has tried everything and then they're not achieving their goals. But sometimes it's not as simple as that. It can be something else, hormonal. So then in that process, we'll send them on to the next step, the next person that can possibly help them.
Did you guys have to study culinary arts at UKZN as well?
No, we did like some homemade cooking stuff.
Wow.
And I think the most exciting part of that was taking home a ice cream box of brownies or whatever. No, we didn't have the culinary side of it.
You supplied it all. And then what do I do to the mushrooms?
Okay, so the mushrooms we actually peel them, funny enough, and I think a lot of people that I've come across who I've tried to teach about mushrooms, they don't understand why I peel them.
Yeah, I don't understand why you peel them, so please take us through.
It's easier than, usually with the mushrooms you would get a wet cloth and just wipe them.
Okay.
It doesn't quite get all the residue of the pesticides off. So the best way to do it is to peel them. Okay. There's like a little thin layer over the mushroom that you can just peel off with a knife, and I'll show you quickly how that's done. So you just basically take the end here of the mushroom, and it comes off pretty quickly. And once you get used to it, you can actually do it pretty fast.
I'll probably be quite slow at that.
And then we'll chop it up. So you don't have to be too pedantic about getting every single little bit off, but just try and get most of it off.
All right. Okay, what's next?
Check on here. So we're going to add the mushrooms and the peppers.
Okay. Oh,
nice rainbow of colors, as you can see.
Colors, fiber, nutrients, anti-inflammatory properties.
And did you know that peppers have more vitamin C than oranges? There we go.
Oh, fun fact. So there's plenty of vitamin C sources in the world. It's not
immune boosting. We're just adding that for color.
Okay.
Add the mushrooms.
All right. The
This is going to be quite a big meal.
Yeah, this is a lot of vegetables.
Yes.
The next step in Rita's recipe, which I'm introducing, is we need to make the pasta. So quite interesting, Rita's chosen a durum wheat pasta, which is also a first-time experience for me. So please take us through why you chose this pasta specifically.
Okay, so
I normally avoid it because it's so expensive. 40 bucks.
100% durum wheat pasta is a less refined pasta. It's a pure pasta. And most of our pastas that are made, or spaghettis, are made from white flour mixed with water, which is extremely refined, high glycemic index, which means it's going to spike your blood sugar, whereas 100% durum wheat pasta has a low glycemic index, which helps to stabilize blood sugar if eaten in the right quantities.
Okay. So you've actually really managed to make a healthy lifestyle part of your already busy life, because you live far out of town. It's not that far.
No.
You live out of town, so you need to drive at least 1 hour to get to your nearest office. So from here to Matapa still takes you about 50 minutes to
45 minutes.
To EPH, that's about an hour of your time. But so how do you then manage to live a healthy lifestyle and to live out the principles that we teach other people with everything you've got going
Yeah,
on.
no, it is tough, but I do make sure that like the night before I prep everything, whether it's my invoices, my food, kids' food. I know in my head what's going to happen the next day.
Okay.
My go-to in the morning is a smoothie. I add superfoods, I add a banana, some berries, yogurt, and then some dairy-free milk.
Okay.
And that keeps me going for a while. And then usually I take a lunchbox with some snacks.
Okay.
I don't eat heavy in the day. I eat my biggest meal actually in the evening, but I eat quite a long time before I go to sleep. But I make sure it's quite well balanced, like the 70-30 rule.
Okay.
Yeah. Often I'll forget to take something with me to work, or I'll, there's often.
Yeah.
So it seems organized, but often I'll be like, sure, I'm very unorganized today. Very unorganized. I think this is ready.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, let me just, so I know you test it, the way you test it.
Yes, I do. Yeah. You're actually the first guest we've had. Okay, you're the third guest, but that's irrelevant. You're the first guest we've had on who's a wife, mother, and businesswoman. You actually have a lot to teach people. You should be one of the guest speakers at my what do we call it? My Kenya Code events. Swazi hands again.
A bit of
color.
A little bit of like.
So, not color,
but make it a bit more pink.
Yeah. Okay.
Creaminess.
I was thinking color because I'm looking at the red, yellow.
We're going to add some creaminess.
Okay.
But it needs to be cool, otherwise it will curdle.
Okay.
So it just needs to cool down a little bit. And then, we can add that, and this spaghetti pasta will be ready by then.
Okay, perfect. So we need to move this off the heat.
Yes. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit of sea salt. Not too much, just a dash.
Because the salt is meant to enhance the flavor, not to taste
the flavor.
salty.
Exactly, we don't want it to taste just like salt.
Black pepper?
So I don't use...
wait, that's the black pepper lid that you've got there.
I don't use table salt, I always use sea salt because it's got a whole lot more minerals in it than just the sodium-rich regular salt. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure most of you know pepper does improves digestion, right? I think.
I think so.
Yeah, I suppose you can. Okay.
I don't want to leave the lid down here. That's the main thing.
That's fine. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Good. Alright. Open it to let it cool down.
Okay, because this is quite hot.
Yes.
Imagine. Where do you stand with the whole dairy thing? I think there's a stereotype. There's a belief that dairy is not actually good for you.
I don't believe that.
No. Glad we're on the same page. It's sort of been awkward.
Yeah. There we go.
All of it?
Yeah, you can put all of it in.
Okay.
So where have you travelled to? Because it sounds like you do travel quite a lot.
I love to travel. I enjoy traveling so much. I wish the finances aligned. My family also enjoys traveling, but it's something we started doing when I started working. I think it was easier on my mom financially because then I pay for my own trips. Languages, I did French for 15 years, primary and high school, and I'm still terrible at it.
I just feel like any conversational language is the only way to go. Like
no,
when
definitely.
You learn it in school, you just don't. I just feel like I didn't learn anything. Also doing French.
That is true. Eswatini, that most people cook with, everything is heavily spiced.
Yeah.
And if it's not heavily spiced, then the extreme is overly boiled.
Yes. You come home with a very heavy garlic taste in your mouth, or extremely thirsty.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take this to the table over there.
Okay.
And we'll taste the food.
So now it's easy to get all your nutrients from a one-pot meal. It doesn't always have... Something I always have to tell my clients that it doesn't always have to be 7 colors Sunday course every day of the week.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It can be easy stuff. And also I think with us, with meal plans and all of that,
we have homework.
Sure, but I just find clients take it to the extreme where they follow it to the T. And I always try and encourage them to try and think out the box and actually just vary out your foods.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be exactly the same.
I say the same thing, that just because I've written spinach, it doesn't mean you can't swap it out for cabbage.
Yes, or even baby spinach or whatever.
Or pumpkin leaves, or whatever you enjoy eating.
There we go. I've heard that before.
Learned it on, I think, our first day of our cooking practical.
Would you like more than that?
That's perfect.
There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, and
the vegetables. I love vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Thank you. Such an
Do you
interesting.
want to add some parsley or not, just for color?
Okay, let's.
Pepper it is.
Started with the black pepper.
Enjoy.
There we go. And there we've got our very quick and easy nutritious meal. Lots of vegetables, low GI pasta. Thank
There we
you.
go. That is good. That is tasty. I never know if I should bite the spaghetti off or eat it whole, like,
Eat it whole.
or like shove it all in my mouth.
Late lunch / early dinner. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Recipe Sunday. I hope that you've learned a lot. I think Rita and I have a lot of information to share, so it was actually quite hard to try and keep everything contained. I think we should have you on the show again, because cooking outdoors was quite fun.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much. It was really good.
Thank you so much for agreeing to join us, actually.
Pleasure.
It's been fun having you.
It's been great.
All right, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Recipe Sunday. Bye.
Bye.